It's Week 15 of the National Football League, where we'll see this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final?
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
When you take a quick look at the box score, you'd think, okay, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They clearly won the game, but it wasn't the case. And what that tells me is they're just not getting enough contribution from the entire team. He had a really nice day. Some things that he still needs to clean up, but can they get better balance on the offensive side of the ball? And then, frankly, they need to make more plays on defense and get more contribution out of the special teams. This can't just be a team that puts all the pressure on the quarterback position and says, hey, go out every week and just win us the game by yourself.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So Jim Harbaugh will make the move for the field goal unit. This will be a 48-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. Now, faking the give. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 14 yards on that pass play there, and that will be a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They face second down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he will get into the end zone.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I think this drive, and particularly that last third down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for third down to bail themselves out.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Up the middle they go. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Tight end going in motion here. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. Result is a 1st down.
Handoff here, up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Taken at the 19. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. They'll send a tight end in motion. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9, as we get to third down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 3rd and 2. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Taking off, he'll try. He is in. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The PAT, up and good. And his guys are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Rodriguez on the return. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. And he's gonna have to eat this one as down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy complete.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break, as we're off to Orlando after the break. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half, about to get started. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Open man, right side. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now a give up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off play action. He'll set up. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? And now here comes the punt team as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
And he's in.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through, and the visitors are on top. It's 14-10.
14, our home team, 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They motion a receiver right. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. So 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. To the air now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 46-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now a give on the ground, and it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. 17 yards on that play. That's enough for a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Quick hitting slant there. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. To the ground, a first down run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. Second and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Big play. 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Here is first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now it is first and goal. Back Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot. Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball, and this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Final minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll stick to the ground. 1st down and more inside the 20. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. Now, faking the give. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Now, a big third down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, it's a win for our visitors. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.